Over the summer, the Golden State Warriors made a franchise-altering move in trading Jordan Poole to the Washington Wizards in exchange for Chris Paul. No one honestly thought this trade would ever happen. We figured that Jordan Poole would be on the move somewhere, but we never would expect Chris Paul to be brought into the Warriors. Chris Paul is a great addition to the Warriors, brings a lot of veteran leadership, can pass the ball very well, and he has a lot of NBA Finals experience, even though he hasn't won, and he has a lot of playoff experience. So that's definitely a great thing to bring onto the team. Make the younger point guards great. So, plus Draymond and all the rest of the guys on the team want to help Chris Paul win a championship finally in his career, so that would be great to see. But anyways, we're going to hop into 2K, and we're going to rebuild the Golden State Warriors today. First thing that I want to do here is check out the starting lineup for the team. We have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, and then off the bench, we have Chris Paul, Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton, Moses Moody, and Dario Saric, with the rest of the rotation being Usman Garuba, Corey Joseph, Brandon Podziemski, Trace Jackson Davis, Donovan Williams, and Lester. I'm not even going to try and say his last name and butcher it, but that's the current lineup for the season. I think for the first year, I'm going to let it play out like usual, kind of see how we're doing. If we get to the trade deadline and we are a horrible team, I'll obviously make some moves. But if not, let's go ahead and try and compete for the championship first year. We already know how the Golden State Warriors are. They're the Warriors, so can never count them out. But anyways, let's go ahead and sim the first season, and I will see you guys either at the trade deadline or at the end of the season. All right, we are wrapping up the end of the season here. As of right now, we are the second seed in the Western Conference. We love to see that. Hopefully we can finish off as the first seed. We'd love to see it. And it looks like we're going to. We finished 54-28 and first in the Western Conference. And we have Trae Young as your MVP. Victor Wembanyama as your Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Chris Paul. Love to see it. Nick Claxton. I don't know why I said Click Claxton. Is your Defensive Player of the Year. Paul Reed Most Improved. Clutch Player of the Year goes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Nick Nurse is your Coach of the Year. This is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, All-NBA third. Wow. No Warriors players making it. Okay. All-defensive team, and then All-defensive second. And then your rookies. I didn't really play too many rookies, so I didn't expect any of them to be there. So we're going to go ahead and check out the stats for the season. Kind of check out and see how everybody did. We had Kevon Looney leading the way in minutes, which I'm actually kind of shocked to see, considering I had Steph Curry with the most minutes, but hey, whatever works out. Steph Curry leading the way with 25, 5, and 5. Almost a steal per game. Klay Thompson is our second leading scorer with 17. And we got Chris Paul off the bench and Jonathan Kuminga, who also did really well. We got Andrew Wiggins here, played his role as he's supposed to. We love to see it. The rest of the guys off the bench didn't really do too much scoring, but they did help out in their significant roles like they're supposed to. So for the first round, we're going to be taking on the Clippers, and we'll go ahead and sim game 1, in which we take. We're going to simulate game 2 as well. We also take that. Game 3 is theirs. Game 4 is ours. And it looks like we're going to be playing one more game. Wow, they forced game 7. Don't really want to get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, considering we are the 1 seed, but anything can happen. They do have the lead going into the fourth quarter, and they're kicking our ass for the most part. We do have a slight comeback, but it's not enough to get it done, and we easily get taken out in the first round. I honestly thought we were going to move on, but I can't really control what happens in the sim. But let's go ahead and sim the rest of the playoffs. And we have Devin Booker as your Western Conference MVP. And Jason Tatum as your Eastern Conference MVP, and we'll simulate the rest. And we have the Celtics sweeping the Phoenix Suns in 4 games with Jason Tatum as your Finals MVP. So I want to check and make sure. Yep, Chris Paul is retiring, so we definitely want to make sure that he comes back for at least another year. Even if we don't use him, we can trade him away. Whatever ends up working out. We did trade away our pick, so it looks like we don't have one in this year's draft, which is totally okay. There's not really too much we can do about it. Let's go ahead and check out our player options and get everybody back that we want to bring back. Gary Payton, that's not too bad. Definitely want to do that. go ahead and head over to our qualifying offers. I don't think I'm going to bring back either one of these guys, so we'll let both of those guys walk. And let's check out free agency. Klay Thompson wants to come back. He wants $34 million a year. Klay Thompson is going to stay with the team. I see him as a for-lifer. The only way that I end up maybe trading away is if he regresses a lot. But I don't really see that happening too badly. I definitely would like to bring in some nice young pieces for the bench, like Isaiah Joe. That'd be sick to bring him in which we do. We love to see that. And let's see what other players we can bring in. Alec Burks isn't horrible. He plays nice defense, and he's a decent shooting guard off the bench. But we do got to keep in mind that we do have Moses Moody that we want getting those minutes, and not him. I guess we could always make him the 3 if we wanted to, but I don't really think that's the best bet for us. I did let our center walk and our point guard walk, so we definitely got to bring back one of those guys. I don't really know how much I really trust Cody Zeller. He's not too bad of a fit for us. Point guard wise, there's not really too many options here, so let's go ahead and bring in Alec Burks, former Warrior coming back to the Warriors. Let's see. Is there a decent point guard here that we can bring in? It's got to be something down here. I see Kemba. It's not horrible, but we do have our younger guys, so I'm just not even going to do that. I don't really want to waste Kemba's time and not have him get any minutes to begin with. Josh Richardson is here. That's not a bad veteran wing piece off the bench. I think that's all we're going to do for now. Free agent wise, there's not really too many good people out there, to be completely honest. And it looks like we do have Klay Thompson going down a good bit. Steph Curry goes down. Draymond, Chris Paul, Gary Payton also goes down, which I figured is going to happen. They all are starting to get old. So we're going to go ahead and load in our draft class. And I will see you guys at the trade, or not really at the trade deadline, I guess, but we're going to go ahead and make a few trades before we start the season. And I will see you guys then. All right, for our first trade, I understand this is super unrealistic. We're going to be bringing in Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. We're going to end up probably more than likely moving on from Duncan Robinson anyway. All right, for our next trade, we're going to be trading away 2 of our newer guys we just acquired away to the Washington Wizards in exchange for Daniel Gafford and Dean Wade. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, as of right now, that's all the trades we're going to do before the beginning of the season. So this is what our newest lineup is looking like. We have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond, Kevon Looney, Tyler Hero, Jonathan Kuminga, Daniel Gafford, Isaiah Joe, and Brandon Podziemski. We're definitely going to get him a little bit more minutes this year. Definitely want to see how he turns out. I definitely want to also mess around a little bit with like the Tyler Hero minutes, maybe starting him a little bit and this and that, but we'll take it by day and kind of see how it goes. But we're going to go ahead and simulate this season, and hopefully we're a championship contender. If not, then obviously there's moves to be done. All right, we are wrapping up the end of the season, and as of right now, we are sitting in the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. We love to see that. We finish off with a 56-26 record with Jokic as your most valuable player. Isaiah Collier is your Rookie of the Year. 6th man goes to Naz Reid. Depoy goes to Giannis. Most improved is Cade Cunningham. LaMelo Ball is your Clutch Player of the Year, and JB Bickerstaff is your Coach of the Year. So your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, All-NBA third. We don't have any Warriors making it, which is a little unfortunate, but it happens. This is your All-NBA defensive teams, or All Defensive teams, sorry. And then you have your rookies. All right. Let's go ahead and check out the season stats, kind of see how everybody did. We got Steph Curry leading the way with 24, 4, and 5.5. Wiggins, Klay Thompson, Tyler Hero, Kuminga also did well. Draymond Green didn't really score too much this year, but he's going to play his role as he should. We love to see it. Daniel Gafford, Isaiah Joe, and Podziemski. He didn't get really too many minutes, but 6 points in his first year isn't too bad with 1.1 assists and almost 3 rebounds. It's not too bad. All right, we are the 2nd seed taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round. We're going to go ahead and simulate the first game, in which we take. We love to see it. Go ahead and sim game 2. We also take that. Game 3 is theirs. Game 4 is ours. And game 5 is ours. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next round, taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm not too worried, but I should definitely be worried. They are a young team, in which they do take the first game. Go ahead and sim game 2, in which we take. We love to see it. Game 3 is theirs. Game 4 is ours. Hopefully we can take this one and take the lead, in which we do. We're going to go ahead and simcast this next one, and hopefully it's a close game and we can hop into it and watch it unfold. I'd love to see that. We do have a good lead going into the fourth, and it looks like they caught back up. It is a close game. We might actually be able to hop into this one. I went a little bit too fast, and it is tied up 3-3, which is unfortunate. I didn't get to watch the end of that game. I should have turned down my speed a little bit, but it is a game 7, and we're going to go ahead and simcast this one. Hopefully we can move on to the next round. I definitely think we can beat the Thunder. I don't see why we can't. It is a close game heading into the fourth. I'm going to turn down the speed a little bit and watch it unfold. I definitely want to hop in a game and see some action. They are running away with the lead in the fourth quarter. I don't like to see it. We might be able to catch up, but I don't think it's very likely, and it looks like we're not going to. And the Thunder are going to go ahead and move on to the next round. Wow. All right. Well, it happens. Let's go ahead and check out the stats for the playoffs so far and see how everybody did. Steph Curry leading the way. Wow, nice little voice crack. We love it. Tyler Hero right behind him. Wiggins, Kuminga, Klay Thompson. Everybody's playing their roles, but at the same time, I feel like we need a solid couple more bench pieces. And we have Josh Giddey as your Western Conference MVP and Darius Garland as your Eastern Conference MVP. And we're going to have the Cavaliers sweeping the Rockets in 4 games. All right. With Darius Garland as your finals MVP. Make sure none of our players are trying to retire on us, and which we are okay. Go ahead and head over to the lottery. Not sure if we have a pick this year. If we do, I'm sure it's going to be towards the end. I don't see any, unless I'm just going too fast, but it doesn't look like we have any this year, which is totally okay. We're going to go ahead and head over to the player options, get everybody back like we usually do. Make sure we don't lose anybody. Definitely want to bring back Podziemski, if I'm even saying that correctly. These guys can also get brought back. Would not mind keeping them for the future. Kuminga's going to get a little expensive, which I figured. I'm sure he'll accept this. I did drop it down a little bit, so we'll do that. Without a doubt. I definitely want to get the rest of our guys back. Kevon Looney is here. I like him. He's a solid piece for our team. We also got to bring back Moses Moody. I don't know if $16 million a year is it. We're definitely going to have to drop that down, and hopefully he accepts it, because I'm not paying him that much just to be a glorified bench piece that's not going to really play that much. So it looks like Moses Moody is going to walk for now, which is okay, unless he just decides that he wants to come back for cheap, because I don't really want to pay him that much. The most I'll probably give him is $14.75, and if he's not happy with that, then he's not happy with it. Hey, not my problem if you don't like it. All right, let's go ahead and sign some other players that we can bring in. Chris Duarte is not a bad piece off the bench, but as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure we were good on shooting guard. I don't think I'm actually going to make any more moves free agency wise. We're just going to kind of see if Moses Moody comes back or not. And if he doesn't, that's his fault. We're going to head over to player progression, kind of see how everybody does. And we did get Moses Moody back for $10 million. We love to see it. Steph Curry did go down, and Klay Thompson did go down too as well, along with Draymond. Unfortunately, this might be the year where we move on from one of them, as much as I don't want to. I know that hurts Warriors fans, but it might have to be done. But we're going to go ahead and load in our draft class as usual, and I will see you guys for some trades. All right, the first trade we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending Clark Green, Dean Wade, and Josh Richardson over to the Pistons for Marcus Sasser and Trendon Watford. Now I believe that's all the trades we're going to do, so let's go ahead and check out the lineup for the season. We got Steph Curry, Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Kevon Looney, Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, Brandon Podziemski, Draymond Green, Marcus Sasser. So as of right now, our lineup's not looking insane. I don't really think we could win a championship at this current point in time, but we're going to kind of see how this season plays out. We'll check out some trades at the trade deadline and go from there. I'll see you guys then. All right, guys, as of right now, we are in third place, and we're at the trade deadline sitting at 29 and 21. So I believe we're going to go ahead and make a few trades. I definitely want to check out the stats for the season so far, kind of see how everybody's doing. As you can see, I'm not sure really what's going on, but from all the simulated games, most of the scoring is just so low. Most of the games aren't even getting over 70 points. So as you can see, scoring's changed a lot. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Maybe I did something wrong in the file that I picked, but hey, who knows? But as of right now, these are what the numbers are looking like. It's not too promising, to be completely honest, but if you look at like most of these games here, like look at these games, 55, 64 points. It's just, they're not very high scoring games. So let's go ahead and see what we want to do. I definitely think that a lot of these guys are clogging up a lot of the minutes. So let's go ahead and check out a few trades and we'll come back and see what we got. All right, Warriors fans, do not hate me, but the first trade we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending Trendon Watford and Draymond Green along with the second round pick for Matisse Thybulle and Herb Jones. Gets us a lot younger and brings in some nice defense for us. So cannot make any complaints about this trade. I'm going to go ahead and do it. All right, Warriors fans, please do not hate me again, but we're going to be sending Klay Thompson to the Atlanta Hawks for Onyeka Okongwu and Maxi Kleber. Unfortunately, it has to be done. They're just getting too old, and Klay's contract is up this year anyway, so we're going to go ahead and move on from him. All right, our next trade we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending Daniel Gafford, Maxi Kleber, and a second-round pick over to the Raptors for Cam Johnson and Lamar Shepard. All right, our next trade we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending away Moses Moody and Trace Jackson Davis, along with the first-round pick. As much as I don't want to trade around the pick, or trade away the pick, we're going to be acquiring Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Chris Duarte from the Miami Heat. All right, as of now, those are all the trades that we're going to do. So let's go ahead and check out the lineup for the rest of the season. We got Steph Curry, Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Onyeka Okongwu, Cam Johnson, Herb Jones, Kevon Looney, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and Brandon Podziemski. Hopefully, that's enough to get it done. If not, then obviously there's a lot more work that we need to do, but we're going to go ahead and simulate the rest of the season, and I will see you guys either in the playoffs or I guess we'll see what happens. All right, we are wrapping up the end of the season, and we aren't really doing the best. We aren't horrible. We also aren't great. As you can tell, they all are low-scoring games still. We are the 5th seed in the Western Conference, finishing with 47 wins, so it's not too bad, but it's also not the best. As I said, we have Luka as your MVP. Cooper Flag as your Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Damian Lillard. Evan Mobley is your depoy. David Roddy is your Most Improved Player. Joel Embiid is your Clutch Player of the Year. And your Coach of the Year is Alexander Krisdale for the Dallas Mavericks. All right, this is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, All-NBA third, and your defensive teams. All right. We are the 5th seed taking on OKC in the playoffs. They did take us out last year, so hopefully we can get it done this year. I don't see why we can't. We're going to go ahead and simulate the first game in which they take. We don't like to see that. We take game 2, so that's good for us. Game 3 is also ours. We love to see it. Game 4 is also ours. They take game 5. Hopefully we can get it done here, in which we do. We're going to be taking on Denver in the next round. Go ahead and sim the first game in which we take. Go ahead and simulate the second game. We also take that as well. They take game 3. We take game 4. And we move on to the next round. And let's see who we are facing. It looks like it's going to be the New Orleans Pelicans. Let's go ahead and sim the first game in which we take. We love to see it, boys. Second game is also ours. Third game is also ours. Can we sweep them? In which we do. And we are in the NBA Finals, taking on my favorite team, the Detroit Pistons, with Jason Tatum and Stephen Curry as your Finals MVP. Wow. Man, I love Jason Tatum on the Pistons, man. Either way. Let's go ahead and simulate the first game in which the Pistons take. Simulate game 2 in which we take. Game 3 is the Pistons. Game 4 is also the Pistons. We don't like to see that at all. But we're going to go ahead and simcast this next game. Hopefully we can get it done. In which we do. Go ahead and head to the next game. Simcast this one as well. It looks like they got a decent lead on us. And it looks like they're going to beat us to be the eventual champions. Well, at least I lost to my favorite team. I can't really be mad. Jason Tatum is your finals MVP. We're going to go ahead and do one more year. Make sure Steph Curry does not retire. We definitely don't want that. We don't have any of our players else that we need to bring back from retiring. So let's go ahead and do that. Head over to the player options. Get everybody back that we need to. I don't really see us getting it done this year. It's going to be kind of hard considering everything that we have, and we're still not the best. So honestly, I think we're a really good team. I don't see how we're not. We're going to go ahead and bring back Steph Curry 1 year. Yeah, let's just go ahead and give him a little bit of a bag. Why not? He's the starting point guard for the past however long that he's been on the team. I'm not sure exactly which year it is now in the sim, but go ahead and bring back those guys without a doubt. And that's all we're going to do for there. And let's check out the rest of the people that are sitting in free agency that we can bring in. Jonathan Isaac is not a bad pickup on a minimum deal. We will do that in a heartbeat. Buddy Hield is also not a bad deal for about 5 years. Jonathan Isaac does end up signing with the Lakers, which is whatever. We do bring in Buddy Hield, which is a nice veteran backup off the bench. I guess we'll go ahead and bring back Matisse Thybulle for defensive purposes. Plus, I don't really want any other teams to snag him up for that cheap. I feel like we deserve that. It's not really too many like great options left, if I'm being completely honest. So I think that's all I'm gonna do for free agency. Let's check out this player progression. I expect Steph to go down a little bit. Hopefully most of the rest of our players should go up. If not, it's whatever. Kuminga goes up 1. Cam Johnson goes down. A couple of our guys go up, and we got Buddy Hield that goes down, which I expect because he's starting to get older. We're gonna go ahead and load in our draft class, and I will see you guys at the start of next season. All right, guys, as I said, this is the last year of the sim, unfortunately, but I got a feeling Steph Curry is gonna retire here soon. So it's gonna be our lineup for the season. We got Steph Curry, Tyler Hero, Wiggins, Kuminga, Okongwu, Herb Jones, Cam Johnson, Kevon Looney, Jaime Jaquez, and Brandon Podziemski. Basically, most of the same lineup as last year. Hopefully, this team does pretty decent. Hopefully, it's a lot more high scoring this year than last year. If not, it's totally fine. But let's go ahead and simulate this year, and hopefully, we can make it to the finals again. I'd love to see that. All right, we are wrapping up the season, and as of right now, we are the first seed in the Western Conference. I'm honestly not really too sure how we even won this many games, considering how low scoring everything is and stuff like that. But we do finish as the 1 seed with Ja Morant as your MVP, Cam Boozer as your Rookie of the Year, Chet Holmgren is your 6th Man of the Year, Victor Wembanyama is your Depoy, Kobe Buffkin, Most Improved, and Donovan Mitchell. We see a lot of awards from Victor Wembanyama in the simulations and stuff like that. We have Coach of the Year as Steve Kerr. Love to see it. So your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, All-NBA third, and then your defensive teams. All right. As I said, we are the 1 seed. Let's go ahead and simulate the play-in in which we are taking on New Orleans in the first round. We'll go ahead and simulate game 1 in which we take. We love to see it. Game 2 is ours. Game 3 is ours. Hopefully we can sweep and get out of there. Unfortunately, we don't, but we still are up. And we move on to the next round to take on OKC. Simulate game 1 in which we take. Game 2 is theirs. Game 3 is also theirs. Game 4 goes to us. Game 5 goes to them. All right. It's going to be a really close one, I can already tell. So let's go ahead and slow it down a little bit for a second. I definitely want to see if we can hop in and see what happens. We do have a slight lead, and it looks like they're not going to catch up enough for us to hop in the game. We do have a game 7. I might just hop in depending on what the score is. If it's close again, hopefully it is. It's a low scoring game, as I said, decided by a couple points. We do have the lead. It is a 3-point game. Minute 30 left. 55, 53, 30 seconds left. Let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get it done here. Such a low scoring game, man. I don't know if I have the wrong settings or what, but this is rough. We should not have this many or this low of points, to be completely honest. All right, we got Jaime Jaquez passing the ball into Steph Curry, in which the Warriors call a timeout instantly right off the bat, and they are out of timeouts. So this could cost them in the end. So let's go ahead and see what happens. All right. Got Okongwu passing in the ball. What's he going to throw it into Kuminga? He's going to dribble the ball up top for a little bit. This is the rest of the game clock, so I think we're going to be just watching them hold the ball and hopefully take a last shot to either tie it up or win the game. I don't like how long he is holding the ball, but let's see what happens. We're counting down the clock here. 8 seconds. Don't do anything stupid, Kuminga, please. Oh, no. And he choked. And we got sent home by OKC yet again. Wow, dude. Winning all those games just to lose in the second round of the playoffs. That's super unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and check out the stats for the season and for the playoffs. I don't expect there to be too much of high scoring. Like I said, these are all the numbers for the season for now. I'm going to go ahead and check out the playoff stats as well. They're going to be basically looking the exact same. That's okay, though. We at least got to check them out and see how everybody did. I messed up twice already. We love my life. All right. Now that we're finally here, the leading scorer is Jonathan Kuminga with Steph Curry as your second leading scorer. Right behind him was Andrew Wiggins and Cam Johnson. So, at the end of the day, we couldn't get it done, which is super unfortunate, but it does happen. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody for watching this video up until this point. I would have loved to keep the core together for Draymond, Steph, and Clay, but unfortunately, everybody was just getting too old and regressing just so much, and it was just so hard to deal with the contracts and this and that. I am sorry again, Warriors fans, but I do appreciate everybody that did watch this video. Thank you again. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and deuces. Make sure to hit that subscribe button.